We as a society have been examining the fast fashion industry and its cost to our nation's throwaway culture. It's estimated that £140 million worth of clothing goes to landfill in the UK each year. The same sad facts also applies to the furniture we buy. According to the North London Waste Authority, over 22 million pieces of furniture are thrown away each year in the United Kingdom. Charity Right Green estimates that making new furniture can produce up to 1,000 times more carbon dioxide than refurbishing old pieces, and only 17% of discarded furniture is recycled in the United Kingdom. To find out more about how others felt, I visited James, a retired engineer. He explained how following his retirement he started upcycling and restoring old furniture and turning old objects into new treasures. So James, tell me a little about your background.
Well, I'm a retired engineering technician. It was civil engineering, it was geotechnical. If there was like a mountain in the way for a motorway getting built, we were going to blast it out.
And tell me, what drew you to the world of upcycling?
I've always had a like for vintage things, and the upcycling was just a way that I could express myself, because I've always been good with my hands. So the likes of the upcycling, anything I see that kind of jumps out and takes my fancy, I get a kind of before picture and after picture in my head, and 9 times out of 10 it'll work out that way, but sometimes it'll be a nice wee surprise and work out totally different from the idea that I started with.
Where do you find the objects that you work on?
I get people giving me stuff. I also go to car boot sales, and I keep an eye on like eBay and places like that. But basically the stuff I get given, I'm giving it a second life and saving it for going to landfill, which really annoys me when I see really nice pieces of furniture going to landfill because they're out of vogue. So I try and revamp them and bring them back into fashion again.
Can you tell me anything about the project you're working on just now?
Well, at the moment, one of the products I'm working on is this, which is a 1850s barber's chair. So that's roughly about 170 odd year old, and it is absolutely solid. Other things I'm working on is, like, so this paraffin heater, again, which is 1940. I've looked this up, and it was just the lattice work that's in the top and the bottom that kind of stood out to me. So this will be a lamp with a bulb going down to the bottom lattice work and a bulb going up to the top lattice work, which will make that look really, really nice. The other thing I'm working on is a whiskey barrel here, which is going to be a drinks cabinet. Again, that is pure oak, and that was, again, because it was bought from a whiskey barrel dealer. That was one, it was destined for it to be cut up and used as firewood, so I've saved that as well. These kind of things it takes my eye and makes me want to save them.
Where do you sell your finished products?
Well, I'm a volunteer down at the Stirling Reuse Hub, which is part of Transition Scotland. They have a big warehouse here. Their goal is saving stuff from going to landfill. I think last year it was something like 47 tonnes of material they saved from going to landfill. So old furniture, again, not chipboard or chipwood, but proper wooden furniture, getting brought back, restored and then sold on. Again, it's maybe something in the lines of an American thrift shop, and it is sold very, very cheap, and again, it gives it a second life rather than going to landfill.
Have you any plans for projects in the future?
Well, the plan at the moment, as you can see, I'm kind of cluttered at the back here. I had a old vintage car that sat there. I had a 1961 Ford Zodiac that I built, which I've recently sold, was in this space. So I now have got myself wood, which is reclaimed scaffold boards and some timber, and I'm going to make a big workbench for it to go right along here like an island in the middle. other projects that's coming up, well, I want to finish this barrel off before I do anything else. But it's whatever takes my fancy, because I go to the car boot sales and I can walk past something and it just grabs my attention and I've got to have it.
Do you think upcycled products are becoming more popular, and why choose them over new furniture from, say, companies like IKEA?
You're getting an upcycled product. It's you're saving something that is destined for landfill, but you're also helping the planet as well, because you're not using wood from new trees or cut down trees. The stuff from like IKEA is mainly chipboard with a veneer over the top of it, so it'll no last anyway. It's a throwaway world we're in just now, so the likes of something like that, you'll maybe get 10, 15 years out of it, whereas I've got stuff that's hundreds of years old that is still getting put out. Upcycling products is really taken off. We find down at the reuse hub the amount of not necessarily upcycled, but old furniture that's been brought back to a usable state is very, very popular at the moment. Again, they're more sturdy, they've got a bit of character to them, they're not just all straight edges. They're just really nice stuff.